I'm gonna tell you about yourself.
I'm not gonna be in your business, period. I'm not gonna be in your business, period, unless you bring it there to me. If you disrespect me and I'm gonna, fine. But like you're saying, I'm not gonna be disrespectful in the relationship. That's your business. You know, you're my son's business. He should be man enough to handle his own. But like, if the shoe is on the other foot and it involves the kids or whatever, you bring me in there, I'm gonna be like a bee.
Tina, how you feel?
Well, I gotta hear the question. I missed the question. I don't want to jump in.
The question is, gotta tell the time.
Okay, the question is, how do you feel if your significant other, parents feel like they can just say what they want to say or disrespect you anyway? At what point do you nip that in the bud, or do you let him nip it in the bud?
I let him nip it in the bud.
Oh yeah.
But so what if he don't?
Yeah. What if he?
What if he tried, but the mom ain't gonna listen? Cause she kind of like mama's like that's the mama boy type of thing going on.
Right.
You know.
Then I have something to say, but I'm gonna let him handle it first. I wouldn't just jump right in because that may be just how they was raised to be rude. Some people are just raised rude, so that may be just how they family.
But what if he's this really nice guy?
Yeah.
But his mama acts like that, and every time basically he don't have to be around. So when he's not around, then she try to come at you certain type of ways and stuff.
I'll tell him.
And what if don't nothing happen?
Then I'll have to straighten her. But at first I wouldn't just snap on her because I'm still trying to make an impression too. So I mean, but
impression is going to be she going to realize that she was nice. And now I done turned her into this. Because basically, I'm going to treat you like you treat me.
Yeah, I knew something about
I'm not going to be ugly about it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm going to let you know, we're going to sit down, we're going to have that woman-to-woman talk. Because I feel as though at 43 years old, you're not going to be treating me like I'm no little bitty kid. You're not going to be disrespectful.
Let me tell you what somebody just said on my live. Someone just said on my live, Raina Jones just said, some women raise their boys the same way some men has treated them. Now that is a good one right there. Yeah. Some women raise their boy the same way men, and they raise them to be, whether they rough or not. But it's not from that point of view. The mama, I just feel like some of these mamas don't want to let their sons go.
Exactly.
And some of these sons need to tell their mama to bag off. I had to do that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And there's a lot of people, not just men, women and men, that is so lonely in their life just because of their parents' interference. And you're not hurting the person that you done ran off, you're actually hurting your child.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because they don't want to choose between their mother or father and the person that they're with. So they're going to try to respect their parents. But at the same time, they really love this person, and you never know how this person is making them feel, or going to make them, turn out to be somebody better in life.
Because I had a friend like that dated a white guy, and he really liked her, but his family was like, "Oh, we cutting you off, financially." Cutting him off financially. You know how they have leave an inheritance or whatever, and they like, as long as you date her, you won't ever get anything. So he had to make that. Yeah, because she was black, he was white. So he had to make a decision. Of course, he left her alone, but he had to make a decision. I'm sure he didn't want to do that. But when it comes to that security, he took the security.
So she wasn't that important to him anyway, because he chose the money over her.
Well, you can't take bills with your girlfriend.
No, but if they already built that relationship, you can pay for them together.
So if he really loved her, he would still be with her.
But back to your original thing about the disrespect. Nobody has the right to disrespect anybody.
Exactly.
Right.
No,
exactly.
But some people feel like they can just say anything to anybody.
Oh, we all been involved with people like that.
But it's because they feel as though, okay, I'm the mama, so I can say what I want to say.
And a lot of people,
because they looking at you're the same age as their child, and that's their child, so they looking at you like a child. But at 43 years old, you half of 100, and shouldn't know about
more than 100.
You half of 140.
But you have 140.
Should nobody be able to treat you like a little bitty kid and they not going to head you. Your own parents going to treat you like a grown, most people, parents going to treat them like a grown up when they get grown. So should nobody else try to treat you and belittle you like a little kid when you're a grown-up. They should respect you just as well as they want respect.
Right.
Well,
Okay, now let me ask you this.
Let me know to call in. SIP Radio, y'all know it's 44382-0417. SIP on radio. Should your spouse parents disrespect you? And then we gonna keep it cracking, play some hit songs. But back to this beautiful young lady. What do you have to say, ma'am?
I would say, now what if you get a relationship?
Get it to the mic.
If you got a relationship and it's vice versa. Okay, now what if I'm doing everything I can for my child, but his significant other, she feels like she can curse his family, do all kind of things, say all kind of things, even lie. And she feels that's all right. But now if you come back on her, all of a sudden you the awfulest person in the world. When she has downed your family, lied, and everything else.
She shouldn't be able
to do that.
Right.
And she shouldn't be shocked if I
The
come back on
snap
her.
on her. Yeah.
I just feel like y'all just let things go too far. I nip it in the bud. If you say something to me at 801, we gonna have problems.
Exactly.
Yeah, it ain't gonna take no but a minute with me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm very confrontational, but I ain't gonna let it slide.
Yeah.
You know
Exactly, because the thing is, if you see that coming right there, you realize that, okay, this might not work out anyway, so sure, I'm not gonna let this person be disrespecting me and stuff.
And I
then 6 months later, you all stressed out because of you done let some stuff keep going on, and then you end up not with them in the first place.
Yeah,
Right.
You're 33 years old and you drinking coffee at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
He's stupid.
Stressed
out.
You said, as a child, you supposed to candy cigarettes. I don't even want to know one. Because my parents going.
Right. Stressed out.
Sip on radio with Miss Sip on Rosita, man. 44382-0417, man. We don't got Miss Tina Briggs, ATL High.
Hey, rocking it.
Building, you know what I'm saying? The memoirs of what you said, crackhead?
Diary of a crackhead.
Diary of a crackhead.
The Diary of a Crackhead.
White.
Oh, wow. You wrote that? Nice.
Make sure I get
Diary
that.
of a crack addict's wife.
The Diary of a
You lived that life?
It's based on my true life of what I endured dealing with.
Yes, that's awful.
You want to make it into a movie? Let me know. I'll shoot movies.
I'm ready.
Yes.
We already got the
You already got it going?
We already got the screenplay.
You already got somebody shooting it?
No, we ready.
Oh, let's talk.
All right, let's
Okay,
go.
so y'all see, you know, you just can't. Tell us something about this.
This book was birthed out of my pain. My oldest son, he inspired me to write this book. It was something that was in me for years, and it was a secret life that I led of abuse for many years with a loved one that was addicted to crack. He used to work on Wall Street. So I wrote it, self-published it. It was eventually picked up by a publishing house. I was told that it would never amount to be anything because, you know, nobody wanted to hear about what I was talking about. So I was determined to prove that there were other people out there that were just like me that was enduring, but they were hiding. So many women go through abuse, and, you know, nobody wants to come out and say, you know, hey, you'll hear people say, my husband gambles, my husband cheats, my husband. How many want to say my husband's beating me up, he's doing crack, cocaine? You know, so when I wrote this, it came out like 15 years ago. I did it in 2002.
Okay.
I left my job at American Express, walked the streets, you know, selling books out the trunk of my car.
Nice.
When I first got it self-published, I only could afford 240 copies. And there was a company called C&B Books Distribution out of New York who got in contact with me.
Shout out to C&B.
And C&B Distribution, Carol Rogers, yes! They reached out to me and they wanted me to come to New York to do a book signing. Maybe like 4 days before it was time for me to go, their store blew up, burnt down to the ground.
Wow.
They called me back, told me what happened. I was apologetic. They still wanted me to come to New York. They found another place. They said, we want to have you to come to New York. Came to New York, did book signing. When I came back, they said, we want to name you Author of the Year. How does that happen?
Author of the Year,
So
way to go.
Wow.
It was Author of the Year, then it was honored by Congress, Senate, General Assembly, and one thing led to another. I left my job at American Express, and I started going on tours, speaking at prisons, universities, anywhere that they will allow me to speak, churches, to talk about and empower young women to let them know you don't have to keep a secret about abuse because, you know, you used to hear this saying, what goes on in the house stays in the house. You know?
Right.
But what goes on in the house stays in the house is killing us.
Right.
You're not helping nobody.
You know, so right now we're trying to get this new law passed. It's called the Shakia Gay Act. Not Shakia Gay Act, but there was a young lady that got killed back in August of this year. She was 22 years old. She went to court, filed for a restraining order, was granted the restraining order because her boyfriend pistol whipped her. This was in Henderson, North Carolina. He pistol whipped her. She went, got a restraining order, was granted it, walked out of the courtroom. This man blew the kiss of death at her, walking out of the courtroom. Went to her job at a local food line and shot her in the head 2 weeks later. Why was he allowed to walk out of the courtroom? That was my question.
Sometimes our judicial system is really just, you know what I'm saying, messed up.
True.
Exactly.
But what happened is this. He shot her in the head at her job while she was outside on break. She died 2 or 3 days later. Her birthday was the following week. She would have been 23 years old. My heart went out to her. I was in Chicago at the time. So when I came back, I started thinking about these laws that they had. So I started writing up a bill. It's called the LIFT Act, Lives Inspired Forever Through Support. That's the name of our organization. And in this act, what I was asking or I'm requesting is that anyone that has repeated abuse offenses, that they go to court and they're served with a restraining order, that they have to at least wear a monitoring device for 24 hours a day for 2 months that they have to pay to have installed. Then they have to go to anger management for 2 months. After that, they have to have a psychiatric evaluation to be released from the program and be on the DD listing. You should be able to go look at a list and see who you're dating. You know, so many women, we get involved, we don't even know who these people are. We need to check everybody to trust them before we know last name or anything, you know, and then women, stop hiding these secrets. Believe me, if he get aggressive with you one time, he hit you once, he'll hit you again.
Right.
You know, and then what you're scared to see, abuse is not something that it's a learned behavior. You know?
Yeah.
Kids repeat what they say.
Yeah.
You see a little boy hitting a little girl, or whatever. That's a repeated behavior that they learn.
And you know, when they was little, they thought it was cute.
They thought,
oh, he hitting her, he likes her. And when he got old, he was still hitting her,
and he ain't like her.
He loved her because he beat her.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
And then some women be at a point where they accept that. Like, you know, my sister was in an abusive relationship. She was stabbed in front of my mama. He stabbed her in the head.
Oh, wow.
In front of my mom. Luckily, she didn't die. And I tried to kill him. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I couldn't catch him. He was faster than I was. But I mean, it's just when kids try to tell you, and he had been doing it off and on. You know, my niece and nephew, he was doing it in front of them, and they was trying, you know, they was trying to tell him, but you know, you think they kids don't know what they're talking about. But listen, you know, as I tell people to listen to the kids, and like you said, what goes on in the household don't always need to stay there.
No. Exactly. And you know what? I have mentioned that one time there. Back in the day, we used to listen to the kids when kids said something. Well, I ain't gonna say we, the grown-ups, because we was younger.
Right.
You know, and we say, Grandma or Mom, this right here is going on. They be like, hold on one second. Baby, what you talking about? And they go look and see what you're talking about.
Right. Everybody's too busy. I'm on my phone.
Exactly.
I'm on my phone,
Exactly. Didn't I tell you not to interfere in grown folks'
business?
You need to find out what's going on, what they're talking about.
Right.
Because it might be something
that's how time rolls back. Because like when I was a child, I'm 65 years old.
What?
That was, you know.
She's like,
You know, a lot of times people had that children should be seen and not heard.
Yes.
And see, and so now things worked out of that. But as my father used to say, each generation get weaker and wiser.
Yeah.
Okay, we come up, children got out of that. We started listening to children. But then the generations kept going. Parents keep getting younger and younger. So now you're trying to raise a child and you're still a child. So hey, my phone is on and you better wait. Because they have not got that structure.
Make sure you bring the mic so they can.
I'm sorry. They do not have that structure.
Right.
That says my priorities are supposed to be like this. That phone is not going anywhere.
Exactly.
It's not going to do anything. And one thing about the new phones now, you got a messenger. You got voicemail.
Right.
So whatever somebody's going to call and say to you, they could say it. But you might miss something very important if you don't stop. And listen to what that child say.
I remember when I was, me and my brother and cousin, we was real small. You know, small. We wasn't in school, none of us. But we was playing on the porch at my grandmama's house, and